Well, hello, my friends, and welcome to Sea Air. Today is a beautiful day here in Providence, Rhode Island. We are at the TF Green International Airport, and we're going to do a short flight to Norwood Memorial Airport, KOWD in Massachusetts, because we are going to go to the game between France and Norway. It's going to be at the Foxborough Gillette Stadium, or now it's been renamed the Boston Stadium here for the World Cup. So we're going to fly there. We're just going to talk about the World Cup and the recent results and what's going on, and we're going to talk about this game, which should be a pretty good game. And yeah, and let's get into the Baron. Let's taxi to the runway. We're not using any ATC today because it's short flight and we don't want to get bothered by ATC here. So we're gonna get going really quickly here and get the Baron started, and yeah, then talk about football. So let's remove all these things so we gotta have time to get this going. We'll make sure we have enough fuel here. That should be enough for us here. We don't need that much. So we're going to turn the battery on. Make sure full forward, props full forward. We're going to turn on our beacon light and gotta test the fuel pump here and low. We can hear it. And throttle. Right engine full forward. Fuel pump to high. That should be enough. It's 86 degrees inside. We'll turn on the AC pretty soon. All right. There we got a good start there. First I thought I was just gonna die on us, but it's good. Get that oil warmed up here, and let's do the same thing for the left engine. All right. Left engine gives me a little bit of a hard time, but let's see how it goes. Come on, baby. Come on, you can do it. Not today. Yeah. Always a little bit of an issue with the left engine. Need a little bit of fuel pump. That looks good. Get it going. AC is on. We're gonna be flying pretty low, so let's set it to 2,000. It's a small airport in Norwood, so it's gonna be a little bit of a challenge finding the airport, and well, not finding the airport, but finding the airport and the runway, but finding the Gillette Stadium. I'm not sure if it's going to be recreated here on Microsoft Flight Simulator, but that's all right. We'll just try to see. We'll look for 495 there, and it should be off 495. And yeah, so let's set. I'm going to turn on our taxi lights. And we are taking off from runway 23. Let's check the weather, make sure that we got the right information here. Weather is 6 knots from 60. So actually we're going to be using runway 5. And we're gonna take a, yeah, we're just gonna take off. It's a long runway, so we're gonna take off from that intersection behind us. All right, so let's get going. So as always, as we taxi out, we're gonna usually highlight. I don't have a video for you, but we're gonna let you know, as always, Sigi Air highlights pet adoption centers in the cities we are flying around. And today, as we're going into closer to Boston, Massachusetts, we're gonna highlight the Animal Rescue League of Boston, the ARL, and they were founded in 1899, in an exceptional non-profit organization. It's dedicated to keeping animals safe and in their habitat and communities. They do have provide a mobile veterinary clinic there for underserved neighborhoods. So if you're in the area, check them out. Just gonna see where I'm taxiing here. Runway, I'm just going straight into runway 05. Yeah, check them out. If you're not in the area, it's always good to know what cities around the world are doing to promote pet adoptions and keep pets safe and saving lives. And if you like Sigi Air, you like what we do, and you support that, give us your like, give us your subscription if you're not subscribed. We want to grow our channel, help us continue to promote our pet adoptions and saving lives. So, all right, let's get ready to take off here. We'll make sure that we are configured. We're going to turn on our landing lights. Let's turn on the weather radar. I think I'm not going to need that. Oh, it's good to turn on our weather radar. It's on. And the set of flaps here for takeoff. There we go. And this is runway 05. We are 3/4 the way in intersection. We are not using ATC, so, but we're gonna check to see if there's any traffic here. None. So let's get going. Let's line up. I'm going to turn off that AC before we take off here. All right, AC is off. They're looking good. Flaps are down. Taxi lights are off. Everything else looks good. Let's set power. Power is set, looking for 70 knots. Rotating speed comes in very quickly. So a little bit of a crosswind here. Just a little bit. 70 knots. V1 rotate. There we go. Nice takeoff. Beautiful day to do this short flight into Norwood. Let's bring back the throttle just a bit. And we are going to set our course to Norwood Airport, which is going to be 037. Pretty much that's the course we're gonna be flying, and that's gonna take us right into it, and we're just gonna keep an eye on it. And there's the city of Providence. right off 195. There we go. Just a beautiful day for a nice short flight. All right, and like I said, well, let's configure this thing here before we talk about anything else. Bring back the throttle just a more. We're going really fast. So landing lights go off and everything else looks good. Let's bring our RPMs to 2500. Make our passengers comfortable. We're going to bring out the laptops. Just going to place some bets here between France and Norway here. So let's talk about this game. So yeah, it's gonna be it's been built up. The game is Norway and France, and there's been a sort of a historical kind of controversy between these two teams dating back to 1922. So back then, France lost. Norway really beat them during that game, and it's called the ghost match. I don't know why, but it's called the ghost match. It's a controversy, and in that game, Norway humiliated France 7-0 in Oslo, and a shame of that historic defeat. French Football Federation petitioned FIFA, of course, to void the game on a technicality because Norway post-match confirmation paperwork arrived late. I mean, come on, give me a freaking break. Oh, we got some, look at that, we got some fog here. That's gonna be a challenge here for our landing. So yeah, it was a blowout, and then they I don't know if bribes were included in here, but I'm sure, given FIFA's history, and FIFA agreed, and they struck out the blowout from the official records, and really the Norwegian fans really still hold that grudge. They still talk about it. So, but I'm sure that that's not going to be too much of an issue here. That's not going to matter this much. This game is it's been built up between Mbappé, the big names here. French team is Kylian Mbappé, and for Norway is Erling Haaland, and who has about 4 goals. Same as Mbappé, and so yeah, it should be a pretty good game to start. And let's go ahead and talk about what the standings at this point are. So we have Group A in Mexico, which commands a lead at this point after a clean victory over Chechnya, and they're on top of their group there, and they're moving to the rounds of 32s. And then in Group B, we have still a deadlock there, which was finally broken with teams separating after the opening 1-1 stale matches there. So a lot of the teams came up with ties there, and so that Group B is getting more definition there. In Group C, Scotland holds a narrow edge following the 1-0 victory over Haiti, and Brazil and Morocco keep things tight with 1-1 draw. The last thing, the last results for that Group C. So Scotland is playing in Miami, and they're playing against who are they playing against? Anyway, so in Group D, we have Turkey who deliver a massive heartbreaker to home crowds, defeating the United States 3-2. That was an exciting game there in LA, and that was despite the early U.S. goals there. And then Paraguay tie, they split 1 point each with a tie there with Australia. In Group E, one of the biggest upsets of the round, Ecuador shocked the world by defeating Germany. That was a great game, and Ecuador really showed some grit there, and in New Jersey. And then Ivory Coast dominated Curacao 2-0. And in Group F, the Netherlands secure a crucial 3-1 win over Tunisia to claim that group. In Japan and Sweden fought for a tie there. It was a good game, but it was a tie. And Colombia is at the top of the Group J and L. England advanced in style over winning. England always in style, but they won 4-2. Thriddle. So in Group J, England advanced, and they beat Croatia 4-2 in Dallas. In Colombia, that took care of Uzbekistan 3-1, and Australia also beat Jordan. In Ghana, edged Panama 1-0, and Portugal was held to a surprising 1-1 draw against the Congo. The Congo actually is playing well. Let's check where we are. We are about close to the airport here, but it's just, this fog is really didn't. Oh, right, we're below here, so we should be able to see. Just gonna try to see if we can see the Gillette Stadium here, or the Boston Stadium. We're gonna try to do some low-level flying here. There's no tower. There's no ILS or VOR that's gonna guide me into this runway. So strictly VFR and strictly fog. Got a set of flaps. Turn on our landing lights. Prop full forward. Make sure that our passengers, everything's stowed away. Full flaps. Still high. A little bit rough. Yeah, a little bit rough. Alright, let's take this exit over here. Alright. Flaps are up. Landing lights are off. Taxi lights are on. Weather radar is off. It's too bad the weather radar didn't give me that fog there. And we are going to park to our left here. Actually, we're better off parking to our right because there seems to be no space available here. And we are going to be parking over here. There we go. All right, my friends. Welcome to Norwood. Let's get ready to have some lunch. Let's get ready for the game. It should be a great game. Thank you for flying Sigi Air, my friends. Remember, Sigi Air will always get you there. Sigi Air is best in the air, and I don't make this stuff up. I'm only told what